Hello, I'm Debs and this is Debs Made This. Welcome. Today I have you the long procrastinated Memades away in the UK. So this is part one. I'm going to do a UK week and then an abroad week. So I'm going to show you the things that I took to Northumberland / the Scottish borders in August of 2025 and just kind of go through the items quickly at the start, and then there's some film that I took, not a lot of film, but some film and some pictures that I took which I thought might be interesting. I've tried to include things that we did that I thought you might not have seen, or that you might enjoy to see if you're all well and that you've been enjoying your summer. So we'll just crack on, I think. So I have some garments to show you and I'm just going to whiz through them. So the first is, I hope this is okay. I don't like how the formatting has to change, but we'll keep working on the formatting. Hey, the Zoe Tank by True Bias. I have made lots of these. I put a shelf bra in them, and this one is a particularly lovely shade of fuchsia or magenta, depending on what you're thinking about. The other tops that I took with me were a very this needs to I'm going to try and stain remove this, and if it doesn't work I'm just going to have to make a new one. This is the Stasia tee, actually, by So Liberated, and I hardly had any fabric, so it's got a seam up the back, but I don't think that makes any difference. It's made from the tiniest bit of white jersey, but it is literally falling to pieces. So I need a new one of those. So a Stasia tee. I also took the Arles top by Sewing Therapy, which was one of my newer makes from a scrap of remnant double gauze, and I took the one that I'm wearing. So this is the newly released Tess top and dress, maybe, by Chalk and Notch. So I had the privilege to be a test for the fit. So this is actually the first drafting of the t-shirt, and my toile was so good that I just went away and made another one in my lovely art gallery fabric. This has got lots of options. It's got sleeves and sleeveless. It's got a dress length with a really nice slit on it. I'll put a picture if I get a chance. And you can have low and high neck, fronts and backs, or a long sleeve. So it, like, literally, if you don't have tried and true jersey dress pattern, it will work. It's designed for like mid-weight knit, so you can do it in a rib or a ponte or those kind of things. But I'll just turn around so you can see the back as well. So this is the low back and the low front, and I really like this neckline. I think it was tweaked very slightly in terms of the arm's eye height and the width across the shoulder. I think that, because it's not, I think it was quite narrow on a few people, so I think that was tweaked. So, yeah, I love this, and it's not been off my back, so I'm not paid in any way to promote it. I just was given the pattern because I helped to do the fit test. What literally does this fit? So yes, I'm very pleased, and I would heartily recommend this. And this one came with me. We then have lots of old makes, actually. So we have the saying pattern, the Stasia by So Liberated, which I tweaked recently. This is an old make that had some pockets in that I took out, and it's been worn a lot more since the pockets were removed from it. A very familiar pattern. This is the, if I don't stop bonging on about this sometime soon, I'm not, because I'm going to make another one. But anyway, this is the Tamula jumpsuit from Sew House 7, again in art gallery fabric. I have the Jenna shirt by Closet Core in a Nanny Eero double gauze, which was long weighted and much worn. The I Am Hermes in a cream linen, and and my chanterelles, which are in the wash, so you can't see them, but you all know what they look like. They mid blue cotton linen arts atelier brunette normal chanterelles. And then while I was away, I finished these, which are same narrow-legged chanterelles, but with the zip front hack, and I'll tell you more about those in my makes from July and August. So they still have the elastic at the back, but they have a kind of neater flat fit in front, and I made those in Miyake deadstock Tencel blend that I've had in my stash for a very long time. 2022, I think I bought that. Is that everything? Oh, and I had one jumper, which was a ready-to-wear Gap one, which actually used to belong to my son, and he outgrew it, so I've stolen it back. That's the good thing, isn't it? If you choose your clothes for your family, you know you're going to like them. And this is in like a toweling fabric, so it's really good for kind of seaside jaunts and if it's windy and things. And I took my waterproof because I'm not daft. I only took 2 pairs of shoes, which were my white camper ones, which you've seen recently, which have got the kind of chartreuse colour crissy elastics, and my trainers, which are running, which was an error, but there you go. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to the footage from the week. I think was there 2 or 3 days that I recorded, but there's some pictures from the other days. And the one that I didn't comment on the last day, I was wearing those new chanterelles with the zip, my Zoe tank, and then over the top my Jenna shirt. And there's a really arty picture taken in front of Bamburgh Castle. Most of the pictures have been taken by my eldest daughter, who is a whiz with a camera, and I always forget to credit her. Marilla is my eldest daughter. She's very talented, and photography is definitely one of the things she's much better at than I am. All the lovely photographs have been taken by her. Let me know as you go down below. Let me know as you go down below which of these outfits you thought worked, if there's something that you thought didn't work. I know the trainers were probably an error, but that's fine. It's all learning, isn't it? It's fine. It doesn't matter, does it? I'm 53 years old. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. That's easy to wear, that I feel put together in, and feet has to be kind of comfort has to be the first thing. But suffice it to say, they got well. Right, good morning. It's day 2 of our holiday. I'm going to flip you in a minute, but you get a bit of an idea about what the weather is doing here today. We were supposed to be going to visit Paul's mum, but we've decided it would be, I got blown over taking the bin out, so we decided it might be a bit breezy to try that just at the moment. I am wearing my newish Arles, ARLES top by Sewing Therapy in this double gauze with strawberries on. My chanterelle original bottoms, I'll put a picture in. And I thought I would catch you up. So I took a picture yesterday when we went into Berwick. A lot of things were shut because it was Sunday, which was fine. It was quite nice just to wander around the shops. But I did go to thrift shop and I bought something, so I'll show you that in a sec. And then I did some mending. And I shall put a picture of the before and the after of the mending either side of me. So these are a pair of me-made PJ bottoms. I can't remember the pattern actually. Anyway, just standard PJ bottoms that were made definitely pre-pandemic, maybe 7 years ago for our middle one. And she was desperate for me to repair them. And I said I didn't think it was doable, but turns out it was. It just took quite a long time. And so I went through my normal process of trying to work out the safest and most kind of sensorily non-irritating way to save these. And she seems really pleased. So that's good. That's a win, isn't it? So we'll put a proper picture, but this is what I bought. So it's a open neck collar. Does have a stand, but it kind of sits open, and then it has this front yoke like into the shirt would have, but then it's got all of these like origami fold pleats in. The colour is like this bright turquoise, brighter than it's looking on camera. It has got it's got short sleeves, and it's got a slight three pleats on the thing instead of a gather, which I really like. And then the back has got a curved yoke and then inverted pleats, and yeah, it's got a slightly curved hem and princess seams on the back. Oh no, it hasn't, that's a lie, that's a dart. It's got a dart on the back, 2 darts on the back even. So I'll take a picture of this as well, but yes, very pleased with that. So that's the only thing I bought that was very good. I did try a couple of other things on, including the most beautiful little pink checked fitted shirt, but it was just too tight. But it means I'm on the hunt for some very nice pink check, woven check shirting, I think, to try and recreate. So because we're not going to go travelling today, I think I am going to cast on some of my knitting, maybe cut out. I've brought with me a pattern, the nautilus, oh, it's backwards, isn't it? Sorry, nautilus pattern, Marilla Walker, which now you can get as a freebie. So I would hugely recommend, if you don't have this already, go to her website and download it. I'll try and put a link in the patterns below. This is a really good grown on sleeve top with a couple of variations that you can make into a dress and all sorts of things. And Marilla Walker doesn't sell patterns anymore, but her patterns are super. Anyway, so I bought this with me because I have some remnants of a pair of trousers that I've just finished making that I brought with me to finish completely, but have forgotten the fastenings. So I might show you those tomorrow when I have the fastenings to fix. And I also am umming and ahhing about casting on the back of my jumper, the front or the back, they're both the same, of the jumper that I started in May time, which has been on pause because I can't sew and knit at the same time apparently. So there you go. I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, hello, it's Thursday and I'm looking a bit dishevelled because we've been on the sea today for a boat trip round North Berwick, which is about an hour from here. But it was really lovely, really nice day, blustery. So yes, feel like the cobwebs have been blasted out of us a little bit. Lovely ice cream when we came out, of seeing where all the cormorants and the forgotten the other name. So there are puffins there earlier in the year, but we've missed them this year, so which is a shame because I do love a puffin. But we had a very nice. We went with the sea bird sanctuary cruises, so the money goes to look after the seabirds. Yeah, really good. It got very wet, but yeah, good fun. And then we drove back and picked up some fish and chips on the way back. And I have been wearing, this is Jennifer Lauren handmade, can't remember, it's like her grown on t-shirt, pants on the bottom and stripy socks and trainers, which got very, very wet. I did my Catch to 5k final run of week 4 this morning. That was quite hard work because it's quite hilly around here, so yes, that was good fun. I thought actually while I'm on, I'll tell you a little bit about what we did on Wednesday when we went to Eyemouth and to Berwick. And Eyemouth is not far, maybe 8 miles or so away, and is a really nice place. So it is in Scotland, is harbour town village, really good charity shops. We got some interesting finds, and there was a couple of really nice shops. So one of them is called Tweed. That'll be backwards, won't it? But Tweed, I'll put a photograph in. And they are a charity helping women to learn how to sew. So they teach for free people and give them kind of skills that enable them to get employed, I think is the idea. But they use all reused textiles, so lots of local things, lots of found things. And they were super. They were very, very lovely, and I spent quite a long time chatting to the ladies there. And they gave me, because they're very kind, well, I paid, but not very much. This is hook and bar, because I put hook and bars to finish off my chanterelle pants with the zip front in my bag apparently, but I can't find them. So these were, you can see the price is 45p. I think you probably pay quite a lot more than that for them now, but I just gave them a little donation. Yeah, and had a lot of chat. So if you are in the region of the borders on this side, so on Berwick side of the coast, then yeah, Tweed at Eyemouth is the way to go, I would say. It seems like a really nice place, and they've got lots of really, really nice projects, like little hexy scrap bags and things. So yes, I did mean to buy one, and then I got slightly distracted and didn't, but there you go. I shall tell you a lot about them so you can all go and buy things from them. But yes, I thought that was a really nice endeavour. And I've hopefully put in some pictures. The other place we went to while we were there was there's a tartan place
that has all the kind of tartans listed, and they were quite keen to sell us some tartan. Mr. Brady, husband, is, although he's Scottish, he's got Irish ancestry rather than Scottish ancestry, but there is actually a tartan for the place that he comes from, which is called West Lothian, which is like the middle bit. And it's quite a nice tartan. I quite like it. I have spoken previously about making him a kilt. There's a kilt making workshop that lasts for a week that I kind of thought about going on. So we'll see. I'll put in a picture of his tartan here, or it'll probably be across to the side somewhere, and a picture of the shop. There was a lady who knows an awful lot about tartan there who was keen to tell us a lot about it. So that was quite fun. There is actually, while I'm on, there is a really good Haptic and Hue podcast about tartan. I'll link that down below actually, because that's really cool. North Berwick was good today. Really nice place, lovely people, and they've got something called the Fringe by the Sea, I think, to like tie in with the Edinburgh Fringe on at the minute. So they've got all sorts of things, all sorts of creative things happening. So it would have been good to know about that before we came, but we didn't. I think because we searched right around this area rather than further up, and obviously it's a little way away. But there you go. Knitting is progressing, but very slowly. Hang on, let me try and not drop you. Oh, look at the colour of that. This is as far as I've got. So I've got to do 8 centimetres of this. I think there's probably about another centimetre to go. And I'm knitting, it's 2 strands tied together. So one of them's like a lovely mohairy thing, and the other one is a kind of deeper colour, which means I'm ending up with a kind of sea toned. So this is the front. I've already done the back, but you sew it in. You don't sew it. If you sewn it, I would have been done with it like a year ago, but you knit it in pieces. So you knit the front, knit the back, knit the sleeves, then pick up and knit the neckband. So we'll see, we get on with that. It takes me, it's tiny needles, it's 2.7, you put the rib is on a 2.75 millimetre needle. So it takes me quite a long time, but there you go. Anyway, it looks like the sun is beginning to set, so I shall disappear. And I hope you've been having a lovely week, and I shall speak to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, so it's Friday. Sorry, you're slightly propped, but never mind. This is the last day at our place in the Borders, and we were up and out reasonably early this morning. Went to Lindisfarne, which is, the name for it is Holy Island. If you're in the UK, you probably know about it, but you can only cross at certain times of the day because of the tides. So we went across there and we had a little look around the outside of the abbey, and then walked up to the castle. Quite blowy, and I also had a look inside the lovely St Cuthbert's Church, which had this really nice mosaic outside. If you have been here for a while, you know that I have a bit of a soft spot for mosaic, and I went to Peru and did some mosaic making at a place there a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's been a nice day, and hopefully I'll put some pictures and really lovely place to go. Vague thought about going across there and doing a bit of a retreat, but we'll see. But then we went to the charity shop on the way back. This is the charity shop that we went to 2 days ago, and I spotted something, and I can't remember if I told you about it or not, but I went back and it was still there, so I decided it was fate and I would have it, even though it was unlikely to fit me. So I bought 2 things, so I shall show them now. So the first thing I bought is not very exciting, but it is a lovely colour, and is a dress with an elastic around the neckline, elastic in the sleeves, and 3 lines of elastic underneath the waist, and it's a very good Deb blue colour, and I might put some embroidery on that, but that was number 1 thing that I bought. That was £3. And the other one is quite exciting, and I will do a proper series. I'm going to do like a proper episode just on this, but it's this 1980s jumpsuit which has kind of like, probably get a bit of a feel for it. So it's got a Revere collar, shoulder pads, roll up sleeves, zips, roll up legs, and it's in like a viscose cotton, I think the label says. I don't know what brand it is, but it's quite nicely finished, so I think it's probably been a good one. It has these really nice little poppers on the shoulder, which you might be able to see, which is quite nice. But yeah, in really good condition for its age, I think. But I haven't tried too hard to get into it, but I will when I'm home. I'll see if I can. Just can't quite get it over my hips. I think it's about a size 12, so yeah, it's not a surprise that it's not quite fitting me. But look at these double zipped pockets. But anyway, we'll have a proper look at that at some other time. So I paid a lot of money for that. I paid £10 for that, so that was quite exciting. I was so pleased that it was still there, just because I kind of thought there was a lot of interesting construction in it. So we'll have a proper look at that another day. I bought this, which came from the National Trust shop, which is eco-friendly paper tape. But I don't know if you're like me, I tend to mark the wrong side or the right side of my fabric if the fabric is very similar right from wrong side when I'm cutting out a mark, and I tend to use washi tape, but my washi tape hasn't been sticking very well, so the plan is to use this instead of washi tape. But it is very pretty. It would also be really nice to do its paper tape rather than plastic tape, so it would be very nice to wrap your presents with, so that you could, it was all recyclable. So that was the other thing. I've made a little tiny bit of progress on my knitting. Well, I have made some progress on my knitting. We're getting there. I think I'm probably about a centimetre. I think it's to be 8 centimetres, because it looks little on there, doesn't it? I'm hoping it's going to be all right. But yes, I think there's about another, perhaps not quite a centimetre, perhaps a little bit less than a centimetre still to go. And then I'll be into the plain knitting, which is very dull, but is much easier than 1x1 rib to do whilst trying to do anything else. So yes, tomorrow we're off home quite early. It's been lovely. It's been really nice because there's so much space for everybody. So it means everybody's got somewhere that they can just go and read the book or play their game or whatever thing they're liking to do, which is kind of the way that we roll. We're kind of quite, a pack of introverts, I think, probably, in this family. The other thing that is coming is lessons from my wardrobe, which I've recorded in bits, but I need to edit together. So that'll be happening too. I hope you've had a lovely week and that you have found some time to do some making or some mending or some crafting of some kind that makes you happy. And I shall speak to you again soon. Goodbye and God bless.